story we're following right now. Heavy snow and rain continue to impact Northern California. Here's a look at the conditions in the Sierra right now. On the left, I-80 at Soda Springs. In the middle, that's Highway 50 at Myers. And on the right, I look from Highway 88. Sierra travel is highly discouraged right now because of the heavy snow. But drivers who must travel need to chain up and go slow. We've seen some spinouts for most of the day, and that makes difficult travel, and it will continue through tomorrow.
And in the valley, the foothills, the rain, well, it's slowing down. There have been a few thunderstorms, and there could be some through the evening. Some live looks here. These quick shots across our region: Sacramento, Stockton, and Rancho Cordova. And our KCRA 3 weather team has been talking about this storm, setting us up for this since last week.
Yeah, Heather has timed this out perfectly and precisely. The rain, wind, and snow making today a KCRA 3 weather alert day, and our team's covering the impact all across Northern California. We've got a crew in Live Tracker 3 following the rain in the valley, making for a pretty wet evening commute.
Let's begin our coverage right now. Let's go up to the Sierra where there is snow and a lot to talk about. Leanne Denyer has a look at the conditions on Interstate 80. Michelle Bandur is on Highway 50. Let's check in with meteorologist Heather Waldman to kind of lay everything out as far as how conditions are right now.
Yeah, and when we're talking about a KCRA 3 weather alert day, at least in the context of Sierra snow, this is what I want you to picture. Yeah, just snow-covered roads, wind blowing the snow around, and a lot of slow travel. That car needs to slow down a little bit going around that Caltrans worker right there. But you get the picture. We've had traffic holds, especially over Donner Summit, where the snow has been kind of on and off as far as the heavy rates of snow go. Radar right now shows steady snowfall up and over the summit. What you see in red, that's the backup along Interstate 80. You got to chain up to get up and over Donner Summit. And look how slow it is there along the west shore of Lake Tahoe. Chain controlled checkpoint backup goes all the way back to Emigrant Gap for those eastbound lanes. This is what Highway 50 looks like at Pioneer Trail. Cars moving along a little bit better here, and you can actually see some of the tire tracks, but also a lot of slush in between the lanes and plenty of slush over on the shoulders as well. It'll take you a long time to get up and over Echo Summit there along Highway 50. Also slow going on 89 southbound. The chain control checkpoint goes past Twin Bridges at this point. So yeah, our advice to drivers, you heard it from Golston and Lisa, today's not the day to be driving at 5,000 feet or above, whether you live in the Sierra, whether you were thinking of trying to get up there, or whether you've been stuck up there today, you're looking for a window to get home. I think it's going to be a lot better by the time we get to Saturday. We'll see some improvement tomorrow as the snowfall rate lightens up, but you are going to need chains all day long tomorrow. I'll be back with a look at just how much more snow we could see in a few minutes.
All right, and taking a look at I-80 at Donner Summit, and you can see, you can't really see much of the road there, just some patches of it. You can see how much snow has accumulated, and you know, that's hampering the visibility just a little bit. KCRA 3's Leanne Denyer has been on I-80 all day, where steady snow has slowed down travel.
Yeah, let's go to her right now. She's live in Truckee, and yeah, not a lot going on behind you. We know Caltrans holding traffic there this afternoon. Crews reopening it just about an hour ago. So what have you seen, Leanne?
Well, the snow has definitely decreased since we last saw you at 4 o'clock. And like you mentioned, not too much going on out here in Truckee. You can see there are some travelers who are making their way eastbound and westbound. But really, we haven't seen too many folks out and about because of these conditions, and the conditions are keeping crews very busy. Caltrans maintenance crews fully staffed, they tell us. They are out plowing the roadways. A truck just came by us just not 2 minutes ago. Officials are recommending that you do delay travel if you're able, you know, in, out, about around the Sierra if that is possible. And really throughout the bulk of the day, we saw that heavy, wet snow falling, especially in the higher elevations. That's not what we're seeing right now, but earlier today we definitely did. And while we're told that this storm isn't bringing too many challenges for crews, that does not mean that they are not busy trying to keep up with it.
Our maintenance crews are definitely loving, you know, this type of weather. You know, they're well seasoned. A lot of them have been doing it for many years. So yeah, they don't mind it at all. And yeah, we'll see what the rest of the month, you know, and into March brings. You know, we'll see. I mean, March was pretty crazy last year.
Before we came on the air, Heather and I were reminiscing about that March storm from last year, but you'll notice the road here plowed pretty good as those Caltrans crews are making their way around Interstate 80. The officials that we spoke with today did recommend, if you can, to delay your travel into tomorrow. It's going to be slow going, but they think it'll be a little bit better. But they do expect that chain control will stay in effect for now. Along Interstate 80, Leanne Denyer, KCRA 3 News.
Yeah, listening and watching those cars behind you go on at a pretty good clip there, Leanne. Thanks for that shot out there. We're also following conditions over on Highway 50 right now. Here's a live look from 50 at Echo Summit. And yeah, you can see that things are slowing down a lot more there as you make that. Are you making that sound like you're a little nervous, Lisa? You know that you make that little roundabout right there, not roundabout, but go right around that edge. It kind of feels like it just drops off. Let's go to KCRA 3's Michelle Bandour. She's not far from there on Highway 50 and Strawberry. Let's talk about what you've seen out there all day, Michelle.
Well, Golson, it's still, we've still got heavy snow here, still snowing. We've still got the wind. Just want to show you what that snow accumulation is like. It is kind of, as Heather said, it's slushy. And so we've got some slushy here, and that is what's covering Highway 50 and covering the roadways. And if you remember about an hour ago when we were live here, we had so many people here because they were stopping to put their chains on here because chain controls were started at Twin Bridges. But in the past hour, chain controls has moved 7 miles west of here to Kybers. So now people are stopping before Kybers to get those chain controls on. So chain controls from Kybers to Myers. But earlier, when chain controls were in Twin Rivers, we did stop by there on Highway 50, and those chain controls have been in place most of the day. That's where they were needed. And you know, when you do have chain controls, that required speed limit is 35 miles per hour. Caltrans workers are also checking your tires. Even if you have all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, they want to make sure that the tread is good to go and you won't be slipping and sliding on the highway. Now, as we've talked about and Heather has been saying for days, the storm is bringing wind gusts, which did cause some ski resorts to close earlier today.
When the wind gusts like this, it brings the snow out from the forest and out from the hill and shoots it across the road, so we get these kind of like whiteout conditions. That's why I want to reach out. I want to just let everybody know, take it slow, take it safe, give the person in front of you some space, make sure you have the right tires.
Conditions are a little bit hard to see, but just go slow. I turn my emergency blinkers on when I think it's going to be scary, just to let others know where I am.
Yeah, that's some good advice there. And, you know, back out live, these are our all-wheel drive tires. And you can see, take a look at that tread. We're not slipping and sliding around in here unless we're going to hit any ice, but we're not going to plan to hit any ice today. But this is what you want to have. You want to have these really good tires here. Got to kick a tire while I'm there as well. So, but it was really interesting. This has not happened to us before when we've been on chain controls. When we stopped to check Caltrans stopped to check our car, they made us actually turn our wheels back and forth, and they wanted to get a good look at those tires. So they really want to make sure that there's not going to be spin outs, that people are prepared, that they're going to be safe, they've got the correct cars, they've got everything good, and to go slow. That is the other big thing here when you're traveling in these treacherous conditions. Reporting live in Strawberry, Michelle Bandour, KCRA 3 News.
All right, Michelle, thank you for that. Well, it's not just the snow in the Sierra that's impacting Northern California, the Valley and the foothills, seeing some rain earlier today. It has stopped a little bit, but there will be a few showers tomorrow morning. And here's a look at some rain coming down earlier. This is Rancho Murrieta. That's on the left side of your screen. Some pretty good pooling there. And then on the right, that's some temporary high water levels in Deer Creek and Cameron Park. And you can see the water rushing along in a pretty good clip there.
And now let's take a live look downtown Sacramento, and some big raindrops covering our view on the camera lens there. It looks a little rainy. Meteorologist Heather Wildman is tracking where we're seeing the heaviest rain right now.
You described it well, Lisa. It's a little rainy outside. Yeah, these showers not quite as potent as what came through overnight and into early this morning, but it is just going to keep things soggy for the rest of the evening. Not seeing any lightning. I know we had been talking about the potential for thunderstorms, and we did see a couple into El Dorado County. That was earlier this afternoon, but the rain, it's just kind of squashed everything down as far as the atmosphere goes. To get thunderstorms going, Need a lot of rising air, and well, with rain falling, there's not a lot of air rising at this point. It is still breezy, though, thunderstorms or not. It's gusty from Fairfield up through Yuba City. Winds are a little bit more tame than what we saw earlier this morning, but it is just going to be breezy through the rest of tonight. It's rain all the way up 80 from Roseville, likely all the way up towards Cisco Grove or so. That's where we see the change over to some snow. And of course, those chain controls that we mentioned earlier. Yuba City in the clear for the time being, but there are some showers just to the west of Williams. Those will continue moving to the east. Stockton, quick little shower just moved off to your south. It's been nice to see some real meaningful rainfall into San Joaquin County and Stanislaus County as well. Through tonight, be mindful that there may be some streets that have some standing water, some intersections that pool up water easily may still be a little bit flooded tonight. Creeks have come up a lot. We're not expecting them to rise all that much more. You saw the view of Deer Creek. That is going to be kind of the crux of any of our flooding issues around Sacramento County. We're also watching the Cosumnes River at Michigan Bar. That is not expected to flood over the next couple of days, although it has come up. Once we get past showers tonight, we're dry through this weekend. We'll talk about the extended forecast in a few minutes.
Heather, thank you. Let's head out to Maricela de la Cruz right now. She's cruising at Live Tracker 3 right now, heading down I-80. Let's see, you were in Dixon earlier, and now you're in Fairfield. So what's it looking out there?
Yeah, that's right. We are eastbound Interstate 80 in the Fairfield area right now, hitting some of that evening commute. Let me go ahead and show you what that's looking like right in front of us. A lot of traffic at the time, but it's something that's typical out here. So far, we're only seeing a very light sprinkle. It's a little bit breezy out here, but it is making for those wet road conditions, as you can see right now. No major incidents have been reported at this time, but we do want to remind anybody who's planning to head out over the next hour, beware of ponding on the road that could cause hydroplaning. So the good thing that we're seeing right now is that because there is a lot of traffic, people are taking it very slow, which is always good when the road conditions are this way. But we are going to keep heading eastbound and see what we find to report. For now, we are live and the Live Tracker 3, Maricela de la Cruz, KCRA 3 News.
Thank you. We're following breaking news right now in El Dorado County. Crews are on the scene of a rock slide north of Placerville. CHP tells us it's on Rock Creek Road near Highway 193, not far from the Chili Bar Hydroelectric Dam. Officers say rocks are blocking the small rural road. We're told El Dorado County Department of Transportation crews are on the scene. They're assessing the situation right now. There's no estimate for when the slide will be cleared. The Bay Area has also been seeing some heavy downpours. KCRA 3's Ryan Curry joins us live from San Francisco with a look at the conditions there. At least we can still see the Golden Gate Bridge behind you.
As picturesque as it possibly could be during this San Francisco, but yes, you can still see the Golden Gate Bridge. But what we do is that it's been off and on rain throughout the evening. The bulk of it did come down earlier in the day, but it hasn't let up, and a lot of concern right now is shifting to the wind. We did just hear moments ago from the National Weather Service the flood warning in San Francisco has expired. That's positive news, but the wind, as mentioned, is what is probably going to be of concern for a lot of residents around the greater area. The high wind warning is still in place, and for some of the higher elevations, according to the National Weather Service, the gusts could be up to 60, if not even 80 miles an hour going on through the evening. You might be able to hear the wind. We are obviously by the water, so that's definitely something that we're going to keep keeping an eye on throughout the evening. The other concern with this rain has come with power outages from PG&E. We're hearing that about 8,000 customers in and around the Bay Area are currently without power, possibly due to the weather conditions. A lot of them, according to the list, are around the East Bay, but there are pockets within San Francisco that don't have power right now, and there are some pockets down the peninsula that are also without power. Also approaching the evening commute, wet weather is still a big factor. We'll have to see how that plays out going into this evening. But for now, reporting live in San Francisco, Ryan Curry, KCRA 3 News.
Ryan, thanks for that look out there. Well, you can always get the latest weather alert updates on the KCRA 3 app. Just scan that QR code there and you'll get it. We're tracking an avalanche warning, by the way, for the Sierra backcountry. Sierra travel advisories. You'll learn about potential thunderstorms, and you can track all of that with interactive radar right down to your neighborhood and hit those push alerts to get headlines sent straight to your phone.